My name is Enolia, and this is my challenge is.
If you know anybody who has been stuck in life, who has been trouble changing their life, this video is going to be for them. But before we start, show reel. On Steve Harvey's show a few years back, Lisa Nichols explains how she turned her life around. And yes, it is possible to turn your life around, no matter if you are broken, you're in depression, or you're just way better. It is always a possibility to change your life around. Let's hear what Lisa Nichols has to say.
She is a 6-time best-selling author, one of the most sought-after motivational speakers out there. She's a millionaire entrepreneur, and she is a true inspiration. Please welcome my friend, Lisa Nichols. Hey, Lisa. Hey, darling. How you feeling?
Nice to see you.
Good.
I'm wonderful.
This is great for you. What's been your biggest accomplishment, you think?
Bouncing back, number one, is refusing to listen to the negative chatter in my own head, refusing to listen to other people's perception of me, creating something from absolutely nothing. So there's the books, there's the TV, all that stuff. But my biggest accomplishment is being willing to give myself 1,000 second chances. And every time I got to 999, I pressed reset.
Yeah.
I didn't ask permission, I gave notice. Yeah. At some point, I have to stop asking, can I be great? Can I be brilliant? Can I be and still be accepted? I just stopped asking permission and just gave notice unapologetically, and not in a braggadocious way, not in a way that shrunk anyone else, in a way that said, I only got one life, and I'm gonna ride this one till the wheels fall off. And then all the other stuff came.
Wow.
As a result of a decision I made.
But it was a decision you...
It was a decision, but it didn't come from, a motivational experience. It didn't come from an inspiring teacher. It came from hitting rock bottom.
Let's talk about that, because this was the thing that when you and I were talking that really struck me, because I had been there.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to hear how you had turned it around, because you can be rock bottom and turn it around. That's the best turnaround, because at rock bottom, hell ain't no other way to go. You got to go up. So that's a great time. You climbed to the top. Tell everybody about this journey.
I struggled all through school. The last time I took English class, I got a fail. And my English teacher said I was the weakest writer she ever met in her entire life. The last time I took a speech class, same year, I got a D- in speech, and my speech teacher said, Lisa, quote unquote, I recommend you never speak in public, that you get a desk job. So that was the beginning of my life. That was my 19-year-old experience. And then I go on and I'm trying to figure it out. I was obedient. I went and got a job in accounting. I was in the collection department for 7 years. Y'all don't know I'm dangerous to accounting. I'm just dangerous. And I'm in collections, and you should never put a broke person in collections. Never, because everybody's reasons sound good to me. It might sound funny, but it was real. Not only did I say, girl, don't you worry about paying that. I'm going to take your name off the list. I got fired from 5 different jobs. Yeah. And then I got pregnant with my son unexpectedly. And then at 8 months, my son's father went to prison. I had to get on government's assistance to have my baby. I was on WIC, Women, Infant, and Children, to feed my child. And when my son was 8 months old, I went to the ATM to get $20 out the bank because I didn't have any Pampers for him. And in order to get $20 out, you got that $20 in. I had $11.42. For 2 days, I had to wrap my son in a towel. But something happened, Steve, in those 2 days. I was at rock bottom. I was broke, and I was broken. Inglewood, California. My son laying on his back at 8 months. I have a towel over him, and I have my hand on his stomach saying, don't you worry, Jaylani. Mommy will never be this broke again. And I made a decision. I was bankrupt. And every stinking thinking I had, I was bankrupt in trying to protect my pride. I was bankrupt in trying to be all that in a bag of chips and a bowl of grits, falsified. I was bankrupt in trying to not ask anyone for help. I was bankrupt in everything that was holding me and keeping me where I was. I've always talked a good game, but I wasn't doing anything with my gift. And all that thing about potential, I was tired of having potential. I wanted to have my now. And I looked at that baby at 8 months and I said, I want to transform your life. because you didn't ask to come into this chaos.
Come on.
As an African-American male child in South Central Los Angeles with a single mother whose father's in prison, he had a 66% chance of going to prison himself. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. So if I have to be willing to drastically transform myself so that I can become the woman that I know I can be, and that's what I began to do. I was radical.
What did you do, Lisa? What did you do to change your life?
First, I realized I couldn't grow with people who were struggling like me. That whole I don't want to leave nobody behind. No, I don't want to stay with y'all. You don't even want to be here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be the queen of this block.
Yeah.
And I became with the fact that it doesn't make me any less committed to my community, committed to my culture, committed to my family. The best thing I can do for you is not stay here with you.
That's right.
When I've got that, I went to places I'd never seen before. I went to conferences where people were talking about money, talking about prosperity, talking about, it was like, no habla español, what y'all talking about? I'm gonna stay until I learn what you're talking about. I went to the same conference 42 times. And there I raised $532,000 in capital for my company to start my dream. And my dream was to transform teen lives. I want to teach teens how to fall madly in love with themselves and how to make integrity-based decisions. And I got it funded, and I started working. And that was the beginning of me rescuing myself. I realized that I am my rescue. No one else is my rescue. I am my rescue.
That is, see, my daddy's famous line to me was, the best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them.
Every time when I hear this story, it makes me cry. I guess because I can't even imagine what I would have done in her situation. To not have money for diapers for your child, and to go to the same conference 42 times, and by the way, you don't go at conferences for free. She paid money for admission when she barely had enough money to feed her own child. It doesn't matter in what kind of situation you are in life. You are in poverty, or you are in depression like I was myself, or I'm helping people out of depression. The idea here is that you can always get up, and you don't even have to hit rock bottom. This is the most important thing you should take from here. She had the same potential after those 2 days of not having diapers for her child as she had days before she even gave birth to the child. Just because a teacher or two told her she's not good speaking in public or she's not a good writer, it doesn't matter. She was the one having the potential. The teacher is not going out there to be a motivational speaker like she is right now. The teacher didn't probably wrote 6 best-selling books like she did. The potential was always there. There is no need to hit rock bottom to change your life. Because you're going to find your potential after you hit rock bottom is the same as before. You just didn't know how to find it. You just didn't trust it yourself. The only thing I want you to take from here, that there is no need to suffer. There is no need to hit that breaking point. You don't have to hit that poverty level. You don't have to hit that depression level. You don't have to hit that it's enough, I can't take it anymore. You have the same potential. Exactly like Lisa Nichols. The same potential she had at the beginning of her life, the same potential she had after the bad experience. Now, why did that bad experience happen to her? Very simple. She can find the true potential inside her. And now she can change lives. If this wouldn't have happened to her, she would have been probably Lisa Forgotten in Inglewood, California. Looking at life in a different way. Not looking like, why is this bad thing happening to me? But what is this bad thing trying to tell me? Looking at this in this way, it will help you rescue yourself way faster. Why did all the troubles happen to her? husband went to prison, she ended up a single mom, not having money for food, not having money for diapers. She can find the true power within her. If she wouldn't have gone through all of these troubles, she probably never would have gone to the same conference 42 times. She would have never decided to raise fundraising money for her company that she wanted to start. She would have never been a motivational speaker. She would have never saved teens' lives today. These bad things happen for a reason. And going back towards my life, yes, bad things happened to me for a reason. My mom died from depression at the age of 55. I was in depression for 27 years. I was suicidal at 19. All these things happened, so they will tell me that get the hell out of depression. And later on, in just after a few years after I did that, to help other people doing the same thing. There is no need to hit rock bottom to change your life. You have the same potential before you hit rock bottom as you will have after you hit rock bottom. It's the same you. The only difference is when do you decide to change your life. And nobody can do it for you. This is why it's very important to understand that rescuing yourself is the most important. And yes, rescue yourself with guidance, because nobody can rescue themselves in the world. But take responsibility. Don't wait for instant solution. Don't wait for a pill to fix your depression. Don't wait for a doctor to heal you. It's not going to happen. Take responsibility for your health, mental or physical.
You're listening to My Challenge is podcast with Anna Lanier. If you have a challenge in life, and if you would like to get your answer for free, make sure you go to mychallengeis.org for your free answer.